Hello everyone, once again welcome back to this ROSE project which is conducted by Rayat Shikshan Samstha Satara, HM College Karada. Myself Chopde NP, and today we are going to discuss about our remaining point topic of the reproduction in a lower and higher organism. So previous session we are discussed the point menstrual cycle and the gametogenesis. So today we are going to discuss about our new point, that is the fertilization and the implantation. So after the completion of the spermatogenesis, oogenesis, gametogenesis and the menstrual cycle, our next point, fertilization. So what do you mean by fertilization? The combination of the male gamete and female gamete, commonly called as the fertilization. Okay, so during the copulation, copulation means the coitus, the semen is released by the penis into the vagina, that is called as insemination. Okay, insemination means semen is released by the penis into the vagina, that is called as insemination, and copulation means the coitus. Okay, then the motile sperm swim rapidly, pass through the cervix, then enter into the uterus and finally reach the ampullary region of the fallopian tube. Got it? So this is a journey of the sperm from ejaculation to the up to the fallopian tube. So motile sperm swim rapidly past to the cervix region firstly, then second one it enter the in uterus region, then finally it reach the ampullary region of the fallopian tube, means the oviduct. Okay, then the ovum released by the ovary is also transported. So at that same time the ovum is released by the ovary is also the transported to the ampullary region where the fertilization is takes place. So now question arise, so what is the location? So what is the location, so where the fertilization takes place? The answer is the ampullary region. Okay, in the female reproductive system, the ampullary region. So these are the location where the fertilization is takes place. So this is a MCQ type of question, keep it in mind. Then fertilization can only occur if the ovum and sperm are transported simultaneously to the ampullary region. So this is also important point. Fertilization can only occur when the ovum and sperm both are transported simultaneously to the ampullary region. Okay, then so this is a reason why not all the copulation lead to the fertilization and the pregnancy. Okay, so this is a reason why not all copulations leads to the fertilization does not take place and pregnancy. Okay, so then the process of the fusion of sperm with ovum is called as a fertilization. Fertilization means the combination or the fusion of the male sperm and female ova, commonly called as a fertilization. Clear? Then so look at this, the diagrammatical representation process of the fertilization and the unfertilized egg. So look at the first, so this is the unfertilized egg. Okay, so inner part is called as a germinal vesicle. So then so near about part, that is called as a, so this part is called as a first polar body. So this looking so smaller circular part is called as a corona radiata, and inside of the corona radiata there is a one more layer that is called as a zona pellucida. So this is a layer. After this zona pellucida, the small circular layer that is called as a corona radiata, and after the corona radiata, so this is all structure of, this is called as a unfertilized egg, which is released after the ovulation. Okay, this is also called as a ovum like. So look at this now, the process of the fertilization. So firstly zygote formation after the fusion of the male sperm and female ova. So then next stage, that is the zygote formation. Okay, zygote formation, where firstly look at the first point. So this is a eggs, ovum. Okay, and this all part is called as a sperm. Okay, so the after the sperm penetrate the secondary oocyte, the oocyte complete the meiosis second and forming the ovum and the second polar body. Okay, and here so look at this one second, the same, so this is figure like the same here. Okay, जशी इकडे सेम फिगर आहे तशी सेम इकडे फिगर असणार आहे, त्याच्यामध्ये भरपूर सारे स्पर्म या ओव्हाच्या सभोवताली चिटकलेले असणार आहेत. ओके, या ठिकाणी आता स्पर्मचा कोणता भाग नक्की ओव्हमच्या भागामध्ये अटॅच करेल, सो दॅट इज द ॲक्रोझोम. ओके, So after the completion of first process, then next the sperm and ovum nuclei swell and forming the pronuclei. Look at this. So this is a male pronucleus and another one, that is the female pronucleus. So sperm and ovum nuclei swell and forming the pronuclei. Okay, forming the pronuclei. Then third point, so the pronuclei approach to each other. So these two nuclei, male and female, approach to each other and the mitotic spindle form between them. या दोघांमध्ये काय घडतं नक्की, तर मायटोटिक स्पिंडल फॉर्मेशन घडून येतं. सो दिस इज द मेल प्रोन्युक्लियस, अनदर इज द दिस मेल. ज्यावेळेस यांचं कॉम्बिनेशन होतं मेल आणि फिमेल या दोघांचं, त्या दोघांमध्ये मायटोटिक स्पिंडल फॉर्मेशन घडून येतं आणि सेंट्रिओलचं फॉर्मेशन होईल. ओके, आफ्टर वन, सो द प्रोन्युक्लिया अप्रोच इच अदर टू मायटोटिक स्पिंडल टू फॉर्म द बिटवीन देम. त्या दोघांच्यामध्ये मायटोटिक स्पिंडल फॉर्मेशन घडून येतं. अँड लास्ट वन, आफ्टर द फॉर्मेशन, so this after this all process, the last one, the development of the zygote formation. The chromosome of the both pronuclei, male and female, are intermixed and fertilization is accomplished. Got it? So this is the whole process of the fertilization. Okay, so let us discuss in detail explanation. So the semen released during the ejaculation has the sperm and some secretions. Okay, so the coagulated semen now undergo the liquefaction and sperm become active. Now let us discuss the mechanism of the fertilization as follow. First one is the movement of the sperm toward the eggs. So it involves the capacitation of the sperm reaching the vagina. Then here as the many as the 50% are demotilized and broken and destroy. Okay, so reason behind different types of reasons are behind this. So remaining the sperms undergo the capacitation. So this process requires the 5 to 6 hours. So acrosome, it is a membrane, become a thin. Okay, acrosome is a membrane, upper side of sperm, upper side of head. The region is called as acrosome, and it contain a membrane become a thin, and calcium ion plus enter the sperm, and their tail begin to show the rapid whiplash movement. Okay, means firstly ज्यावेळेस ओहम सोबत आपला जो स्पर्म ॲक्ट होतो, चिटकतो, त्यावेळेस फक्त ओहममध्ये फक्त ॲक्रोझोमचा पार्ट सुरुवातीला एंट्री करतो. ओके, देन ॲज अ रिझल्ट द कॅपॅसिटेशन स्पर्म बिकम एक्स्ट्रा ॲक्टिव्ह अँड बिगिन टू स्टार्ट मूव्हिंग अपवर्ड फ्रॉम द वजाना, uterus and the finally to the oviduct. So this is a journey. So the prostaglandin activate the sperm. Okay, who activate the sperm? This is MCQ type of question. Prostaglandin are activate the sperm. So the vestibular secretion of the female also enhance the sperm motility. Okay, sperm motility is a very important, very necessary for the fertilization. So the sperm swim at an average speed 1.5 to 3.0 mm per minute. So this is the average speed of the sperm swim. Swimming of the sperm kiti, how many average? So 1.5 to 3.0 mm per minute. So this is also for important for the MCQ point of view. Then the sperm reach up to the ampulla as a result their own swimming. So and the partially by the contraction of the uterus and fallopian tube stimulated by the oxytocin of the female. Clear? So the sperm reach up to the ampulla as a result. Then so their own swimming and the partially contraction of the uterus and the fallopian tube stimulated by the oxytocin of the female. Clear? Oxytocin of the female. So after the capacitation, the sperm may reach the ampulla within the 5 minutes. After the capacitation, the sperm may reach ampulla within the 5 minutes and sperm can remain viable. Okay, so this point important. So sperm can remain viable for the 24 to 48 hours. Ovum about the 24 hours. Okay, किती वेळ viable राहतो तो? 24 to 48 hours. Okay, now the second point, that is the entry of the sperm into the eggs. Okay, so out of the 200 to 400 million sperm, only few hundred manage to the reach the ampulla. So these are all many sperm reach the ampulla, but only a single sperm can fertilize the ovum. Okay, जरी 200 ते 400 मिलियन स्पर्मची एंट्री जरी झाली तर त्यातला फक्त एक सिंगल स्पर्म काय करतो? फर्टिलायझेशन करतो. ओके, सो देन अ स्पर्म आफ्टर द रिचिंग द एग्ज and eggs or ovum comes lie to against it. So its acrosome release lysine, that is the it lysine contain. ॲक्रोझोममध्ये नक्की कोणत्या प्रकारचं एन्झाईम असतं आपण प्रिव्हियस लेक्चरला पाहिलं होतं बघा कोणतं. सो इट इज द हॅलोरोनिडेज अँड द कोरोना पेनिट्रेटिंग एन्झाईम. सो बोथ एन्झाईम्स आर ॲक्च्युअली रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर टू पेनिट्रेट द ओहम. पेनिट्रेट इनसाइड द ओहम. ॲक्च्युअलमध्ये ओहमच्या आतमध्ये पेनिट्रेट करण्यासाठी स्पर्मचा कोणता भाग असतो रिस्पॉन्सिबल, तो दॅट इज द ॲक्रोझोम. अँड ॲक्रोझोम कंटेन द लायसिन. लायसिन म्हणजे टू ब्रेक, टू ब्रोकन डाऊन. ओके. And this enzyme are responsible to lyse the outer covering of this ohum region, ohum surface. Okay, so they separate and dissolve the cell of the corona radiata. Okay, so then sperm head passes through into the zona pellucida of the egg. So, okay, so it can break, it can pass, it can separate then and dissolve the cell first of the corona radiata. Then so the sperm head passes means penetrate to the zona pellucida of the eggs. Okay, so the zona pellucida has the fertilizing receptor. So already the zona pellucida have the fertilizing receptor protein, that is ZP3 and ZP2. This point also important for the MCQ point of view. Okay, so the fertilizing binds which fertilizing? The zona pellucida has the fertilizing receptor protein. So this receptor protein binds to the specific acid protein, that is the anti-fertilizing of the sperm. Okay, so it bring about the attraction of the sperm to the eggs and enhance the fertilization. ओके, समजते का? म्हणजे स्पर्मला अट्रॅक्ट करायला, कॅच करायला ऑलरेडी त्या ठिकाणी एक प्रकारचं रिसेप्टार प्रोटीन प्रेझेंट असतं, दॅट इज द फर्टिलायझिन. गॉट इट. देन फर्टिलायझिन अँड अँटी फर्टिलायझिन इंटरॅक्शन इज द स्पेसिफिक. ओके, so thus the fertilizing and anti-fertilizing reaction is also called as a compatibility reaction. Okay, compatibility reaction means काय? So the fertilization and anti-fertilizing reaction of the fertilizing and anti-fertilizing, that is called as a compatibility reaction. Clear? Now the next one, that is the reaction of the acrosome. Acrosome means the upper parts, the heads upper parts of the sperm. So as the sperm head touches the zona pellucida, the animal pole region, its acrosome covering the rupture to release the lytic enzyme acrosine and zona lysine. Lysis म्हणजे to break. So they act on the zona pellucida at the point of the contact. Clear? जेव्हा स्पर्मचे हेड ज्यावेळेस एंट्री करेल ओव्हाकडे, त्यावेळेस त्या ॲक्रोझोममधले जे काय एन्झाईम आहेत लाईक, so this enzyme rupture release the lytic enzyme acrosine and the zona lysine. Both are enzyme are released by the acrosome. So they act on the zona pellucida at the point of the contact. Then so this causes the egg reaction. A small fertilization cone of the reception is the formed on the egg's membrane. Okay, so the sperm head come in contact with this cone and it result the production of this a weak wave of the depolarization is a takes place when the sperm head come in contact with this cone. Which cone? The fertilization cone. Okay, then that result the production of the weak wave of the depolarization is a takes place. Got it? So the plasma membrane of the both cell dissolve at a point of the contact and the sperm nucleus and the centriole enter in the eggs while the other part remain outside. Only sperm nucleus and centriole part are inside, remaining all parts are outside, remain the outside. Okay, so as soon as the sperm head touches the vitelline membrane, the cortical reaction get activated, changing the vitelline membrane into the fertilization membrane by the deactivating the sperm receptor of the zona pellucida. जेव्हा स्पर्मचा हेडचा ॲक्रोझोमचा पार्ट जेव्हा ओमच्या आतमध्ये एंट्री करेल त्यावेळेस जे रिसेप्टर होते मगाचे आपण पाहिलेले, रिसेप्टर त्या टायमिंगला काय होतील, डिॲक्टिवेट होतील, की जेणेकरून नवीन एखादं स्पर्म आतमध्ये एंट्री करू नये. सो क्लिअर? सो द ॲज सून ॲज द स्पर्म हेड टचेस द विटेलाइन मेम्ब्रेन, विटेलाइन मीन्स विच द ओव्हम्स मेम्ब्रेन, ओव्हम्स इनसाइड मेम्ब्रेन, ओव्हमच्या आतला जो मेम्ब्रेन आहे तो दॅट इज कॉल्ड एज अ विटेलाइन मेम्ब्रेन. So a cortical reaction get activated, changing the vitelline membrane into the fertilization membrane by the deactivating the sperm receptor of the zona pellucida. Okay, clear? So now the next, the distinct perivitelline space is created around the fertilization membrane. Now the next, the distinct perivitelline space is created, okay, after the deactivating sperm receptor. Then the next point, next process, that is the perivitelline space is created around the fertilization membrane in the ova. So this prevents any further entry of this sperm into the eggs, that is the polyspermy is avoided. ओके, पॉलिस्पर्मी म्हणजे मेनी स्पर्म आर एंटर, जे जास्त स्पर्म आतमध्ये एंट्री होणार ते थांबवले जातील कोणामुळं. सो दिस मेम्ब्रेन, एक पेरिव्हिटलाइन नावाचा स्पेस तो क्रिएटेड होतो की कोणाच्या सभोवताली, तर फर्टिलायझर मेम्ब्रेनच्या सभोवताली, की जेणेकरून आणखीन जास्त स्पर्मची एंट्री आतमध्ये होऊ नये म्हणून. सो दॅट इज द पॉलिस्पर्मी इज अवॉइडेड. ओके, क्लिअर. Then now the next point, that is the activation of the ovum. So the ovum before the fertilization was at a metaphase second stage. Which stage? Metaphase second stage. With a contact of the sperm here to the vitelline membrane egg, it get activated to the rhizome and the complete its meiosis second. With this it give out the second polar body. Okay, so the germinal vesicle organize into the female pronucleus. ओके, ॲट दिस स्टेज इट इज द ट्रू ओहम और एग. आपण जस्ट मागाशी पाहिलं होतं फिगरच्या माध्यमातून की कशा पद्धतीने नक्की होते की दोन प्रोन्युक्लियस मेलचा आणि फिमेलचा कसा एकत्रित येतो, दोघांचं कॉम्बिनेशन होऊन की झायगोट फॉर्मेशन कसं होतं, दोघांचं प्रोन्युक्लियस एकत्र आल्यानंतर काय होतं की जसं की स्पेंडल फॉर्मेशन होतं, लाईक. ओके, सो द जर्मिनल व्हेसिकल ऑर्गनाइज इन टू द फिमेल प्रोन्युक्लियस. ओके, अँड ॲट दिस स्टेज इट इज द ट्रू ओहम और एग. Okay, look at this. So the transport of ovum, fertilization, passing of the growing of embryo through the fallopian tube. So firstly look at this. So A number, so this is a mature sperm, ova, ovum. Okay, so B number indicate this entry of the sperm into the ova. Okay, C number figure indicate the formation of the cleavage, starting the cleavage. So inside the D figure indicate the inside the, so 1 2 3 4 are the blastomere. Okay, and after this E image indicate the all this, inside this all contain the blastomere, and this all blastomere are called as a morula. Okay, morula. And after this morula, the next condition, that is the blastocyst. ओके, आणि ब्लास्टोसिस्ट कंडिशन, ब्लास्टोसिस्ट अशी कंडिशन आहे की ज्याचं इम्प्लांटेशन युटेरसमध्ये केलं जातं, समजतं. सो ABCDEFG. ओके, देन EFG. सो G image indicate the blastocyst and F is the condition different types of blastocyst are present inside this. सो याच्याच आतमध्ये नंतर पुढे जाऊन 3 प्रकारचे डिप्लोब्लास्टिकची लेअरचं फॉर्मेशन होतं, ट्रिप्लोब्लास्टिक सॉरी. सो एंडोडर्म, एंडो, एक्टो आणि मिसोडर्म. ओके, सो लेट अस डिस्कस नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, that is the during the fertilization the sperm come in contact with the zona pellucida. Look at this. So outer covering, this green part is called as the zona pellucida. Okay, layer of the ovum and induces the changes in the membrane that block the entry of the additional sperm. ठीक आहे, once again एखादा स्पर्म जर आतमध्ये एंट्री झाला की बाकीच्या स्पर्मसाठी एंट्री ब्लॉक केली जाते, आपण जस्ट मागाशीच पाहिलं होतं. सो दॅट ब्लॉक द एंट्री ऑफ द ॲडिशनल स्पर्म. सो दस इट एन्श्युअर दॅट ओनली वन स्पर्म कॅन द फर्टिलाइज अन ओहम. ओके, दॅट एन्श्युअर दॅट ओनली वन स्पर्म कॅन द फर्टिलाइज अन ओहम. ओके, सो लुक ॲट दिस फिगर. सो द इनसाइड दिस part, colorful part is called as a perivitelline space. It prevent the entry of the another, it prevent the polyspermy. Okay, so this green part is called as a zona pellucida, and other this part is called as a corona radiata, cells of the corona radiata, and this part is this is a sperm. Okay, clear. So the secretion of the acrosome help in the sperm enter into the cytoplasm of the ovum through the zona pellucida and the plasma membrane. जेव्हा स्पर्म आतमध्ये येतो तेव्हा हे सगळे लेअर ब्रेक करून नंतर आतमध्ये ओव्हमच्या आतमध्ये एंट्री करतो. ओके, सो दिस इंड्युसेस द कंप्लीशन ऑफ द मियोटिक डिव्हिजन ऑफ द सेकंडरी oocyte. ओके, देन so thus the second meiotic division is also unequal and result is the formation of the second polar body and haploid ovum. The second meiotic division is also unequal and result in the formation of the second polar body and the haploid ovum, that is called as the oocyte. So soon the haploid nucleus of the sperm and that of the ovum fuse together to form the diploid zygote. Okay, then so the one has to remember that the sex of the baby has been decided at this stage itself. याच ठिकाणी बेबीचं सेक्स कोणता आहे, मेल आहे का फिमेल आहे ते डिटेक्ट केलं जातं. सो लेट अस सी हाऊ. सो ॲज यू नो द क्रोमोझोम पॅटर्न इन द ह्युमन फिमेल इज a double X and that the male is a XY. So everyone know. Then so therefore all the haploid gametes ova produced by the female have the sex chromosome X, whereas the in female gamete the sperm the sex chromosome could be either X or Y. म्हणजे फिमेलमध्ये फक्त डबल एक्स असतं आणि मेलमध्ये एक्स और वाय असतं. सो टोटली रिस्पॉन्सिबल मुलगा व्हायचा की मुलगी व्हायचं. मग मुलगा होण्यासाठी टोटली रिस्पॉन्सिबल कोण आहेत, फक्त फिमेल नाही तर मेलच आहे. कारण मेलसाठी जे वाय लागतं ते पुरुषाकडूनच येतं, म्हणजे मेलकडूनच येतो. सो हॅन्स द 50% ऑफ द स्पर्म कॅरी द एक्स क्रोमोझोम while the other 50% carry the Y, means from the male. So after the fusion of the male, the female gametes, the zygote would carry either double X or XY depending on whether the sperm carry X or Y fertilize the ovum. Okay. So the zygote carrying double X would develop into the female baby or XY would form the male. Okay. ज्यावेळेस झायगोट फॉर्मेशन होतं ज्यावेळेस जर डबल एक्स असेल तर ती मेल असणार आहे, फिमेल असणार आहे. जर एक्स वाय असेल तर ते मेल असणार आहे. देन सो सेक्स ऑफ द बेबी इज डिटरमाइंड बाय द फादर अँड नॉट बाय द मदर. सो टोटली रिस्पॉन्सिबल कोण असणार आहे, ओनली मेल. देन सो द मायटोटिक डिव्हिजन स्टार्ट ॲज द झायगोट मूव थ्रू द isthmus of the oviduct called as a cleavage toward the uterus and it form the 2, 4, 8, 6 daughter cell called as a blastomere. Okay. So the embryo with the 8 to 16 blastomere is called as a morula. After the completion of the blastomere 2, 4, 6, 18, then the next condition, that is the morula. 8 to 6 blastomere is called as a morula, and then the morula continue to divide and transform into the blastocyst. Okay, first one is the zygote formation, second the zygote formation converted into the cleavage, then cleavage. After the cleavage, so cleavage form the 2, 4, 8, 6 blastomere. The blastomere is converted into the morula, morula is converted into the blastocyst. Okay, and the morula continue to divide the transform into the blastocyst and it moves further into the uterus. ओके, त्यानंतर तो ब्लास्टोसिसचा पार्ट हळूहळू युटेरसमध्ये हळूहळू घसरत खाली जातो. ओके, देन look at this. Okay, so this is the first stage, cleavage. Okay, so during the 12 to 15 hours, so look at this, the polar body, and inside this two circular part is called as a blastomere. Okay, 2 cell stage. Figure B indicate the 4 cell stage, it contains the 4 blastomere. Okay, during the 24 to 30 hours. Then figure C indicate the 8 cell stage, so it contains the 8 blastomere. Okay, figure D indicate, so this all condition is called as a morula, it contains more blastomere are present. Overall all this stage, all this figure is called as a morula. Okay, then So this morula is converted into the early blastocyst. So it contains the inner cell mass or the blastocyst cavity, and this inner cell mass, the surrounding layer of this early blastocyst is called as a trophoblast. Okay, and this F figure indicate the late blastocyst. So it also contain the inner cell mass or the blastocyst cavity. Okay, so these are the simple process of the cleavage and the formation of the blastula. Okay, then the blastomere in the blastocyst are arranged into an outer layer called as the trophoblast. Okay, outer layer is called as a trophoblast, and the inner group of the cell attached to the trophoblast called as the inner cell mass, means this part. So this is the outer layer is called as a trophoblast, and inner material, inner part is called as the inner cell mass, and inner cell mass inside this cavity is called as a blastocyst cavity. Then the trophoblast layer then get attached to the endometrium. So now what is the role of this trophoblast? To attach the endometrium, and the inner cell mass get differentiated into the embryo, and the inner cell mass पुढे conversion कशामध्ये होणार आहे? So get differentiated into the embryo, and what is the role of this trophoblast? To attach the endometrium. Okay, then after attachment the uterine cell divide rapidly and covers the blastocyst. After the attachment the uterine wall divide rapidly and cover the blastocyst. Okay, so as a result the blastocyst become embedded in the endometrium for the fetus. As a result, after the completion this all process, as a result the blastocyst become embedded means inside to penetrate the endometrium of the uterus. Okay, so this is called as a implantation. Clear? जेव्हा तो एम्ब्रियो आतमध्ये इम्प्लांट होतो प्रॉपर्ली एम्बेडेड होतो एंडोमेट्रियम मध्ये, that process is called as implantation, and in it leads to the pregnancy. आता या ठिकाणापासून ॲक्च्युअल मध्ये प्रेग्नेन्सी चालू होईल. ओके, नाउ द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट दॅट इज द गॅस्ट्रुलेशन. तो गॅस्ट्रुलेशन मीन्स द प्रोसेस ऑफ द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ द गॅस्ट्रोला आफ्टर द completion of the blastocyst, blastomere. Now the next process that is the gastrola. Okay, gastrola to form the blastocyst. blastocyst रूपांतर पुढे जाऊन कशामध्ये होणार आहे तर गॅस्ट्रोला मध्ये होणार, गॅस्ट्रोला सॉरी. देन द गॅस्ट्रोला स्टेज देर इज अ स्लोइंग ऑफ द रेट ऑफ क्लिवेज or the division, but there are two important events that takes place actively in this gastrola stage. Which event? First one, that is the differentiation of the blastomere. So this process result in the formation of the 3 germinal layer. So this is a very important. So differentiation of blastomere. So in this as a result of this process the formation of the 3 germinal layer, that is the ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm from the cells of the embryoblast. Okay, या 3 सेलच्याच मदतीने ॲक्च्युअल मध्ये एम्ब्रियोजेनेसिस होणार आहे. ओके, सो देन second method, that is the morphological movement, morphogenetic movement. So these are the different types of the movement to reach their definite place into the embryo. Okay, once again see, so these are the different types of movement to reach their definite place in the embryo. Okay, so look at this, so this that is the vertical section of this late gastrola. So it contains, look at this, so outer part. Okay, so this outer part is called as a corona, circular part. Inside contain, so this is the inner part cavity is called as the amniotic cavity. Then so this second cavity is called as a yolk sac. Then so these are the endoderma. So in between this amniotic cavity and yolk sac, this layer, this part is called as a mesoderm, and this small circular area surrounded the amniotic cavity is called as a ectoderm. Okay, so then the gastrulation begins the embryoblast cells on about the 8th day after the fertilization. ठीक आहे, गॅस्ट्रुलेशन कधी बिगिन होतं, कधी चालू होतं, ज्यावेळेस एम्ब्रियोब्लास्ट सेल अबाउट द 8 फर्टिलायझेशन झाल्यापासून 8व्या दिवसानंतर. सो सेल्स ऑन द फ्री अँड द इनर सेल मास कॉल्ड ॲज अ हायपोब्लास्ट. सेल्स ऑन द फ्री एंड द इनर सेल मास कॉल्ड ॲज अ हायपोब्लास्ट. दॅट मीन्स द प्रिमेटिव्ह एंडोडर्म. so become flattened and start dividing and grow downward toward the blastocele cavity or the cavity of the blastocyst. Okay, so this layer is called as the endoderm, is the first to the differentiate. Okay, so it grow within the blastocele and form the sac called as a yolk sac. Now just see, it is called as a yolk sac, this part, yolk sac. Okay, the remaining cell of this inner cell mass in contact with the cell of the ruber are called as a epiblast, that means the primary ectoderm. Both layers form the flat bilaminar and embryonal sac. Okay, so after the completion of the endoderm, next layer, that is the remaining cell of the inner cell मागच्या remaining cell कशाचे फॉर्मेशन करतील, तर रुबर सेल. सो रुबर सेल that is called as epiblast, that means the primary. हे कशाचं फॉर्मेशन करतील, the primary ectoderm. So both layer form the flat bilaminar and embryonal disc. Okay, so the after formation of the endoderm, the second layer to be the differentiated into the ectoderm. Clear? The cell of the epiblast means this epiblast, ruber cell, can divide and redivide and move in such a way that they enclose the amniotic cavity. Okay, the floor of this cavity has the embryonal disc. The floor means ground region. Floor of this cavity has the embryonal disc and the pyramidal cell of the disc toward the amniotic cavity to form the embryonal ectoderm. Okay, and the roof floor of the cavity has the embryonal disc and the roof of the amniotic cavity is lined by the amniogenic cell. Later this cell divide and redivide to form the amnion. Okay, later this cell divide and redivide is called as the amnion. So the amnion is an extra embryonic membrane. Okay, keep it in mind. Amnion is the extra embryonic membrane that surround and the protect the embryo. Okay, समझते रोल amnionचा नक्की रोल काय, तो to protect the embryo. Then as a result the all these changes, the bilaminar embryonic disc is the position in between the amniotic cavity and the yolk sac. Okay, then actual gastrulation occurs about the 15 day after the fertilization. Actually कधी ऑकर होते की फर्टिलायझेशन झाल्यापासून 15व्या दिवसानंतर, in which the bilaminar embryonic disc is transformed into the trilaminar embryonic disc. बायलॅमिनारचं रूपांतर कशामध्ये होईल, तर ट्रायलॅमिनारमध्ये होईल, एम्ब्रियोनिक डिस्कमध्ये. ओके, सो दिस ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन ऑकर बाय द डिव्हिजन and rearrangement and the migration of the cell of the epiblast. Clear? Got it? So look at this. So first one is the formation of the blastocele. Inside the white part is called as the blastocele. Okay, so next in the blastula condition, inner side part, the gastrulation occurring. So the formation of the 3 layers, germ layer. So outer blue color part indicate the ectoderm, then this part is called as the endoderm. Okay, the formation of this 2 layer. So this is a stage of the early gastrula. Okay, then the late gastrula contain the 3 germ layer. Actual means actually thin 3 germ layer are formed. Mesoderm, the red color part indicate the mesoderm, then this outer blue color part is called as ectoderm and inner yellow color part indicate the endoderm. So अशा पद्धतीने ॲक्च्युअलमध्ये एम्ब्रियोचं फॉर्मेशन आतमध्ये होत असतं. ओके, सो इट बिगिन टू फॉर्मेशन ऑफ द प्रिमिटिव्ह स्टिक अँड द शॅलो ग्रूव्ह ऑन द सरफेस ऑफ दिस कॉल्ड ॲज अ प्रिमिटिव्ह ग्रूव्ह. त्याच्यानंतर जी पुढची कंडिशन आहे दॅट इज द प्रिमिटिव्ह ग्रूव्ह. कशाचं फॉर्मेशन ऑफ द प्रिमिटिव्ह स्ट्रिक इज कॉल्ड ॲज अ प्रिमिटिव्ह ग्रूव्ह. So what means the primitive groove? The streak progress from the posterior to the anterior end of the embryo. So from site of the primitive streak, the third layer of the cell is called as a mesoderm and it extends between the ectoderm and the endoderm. Okay, so the anterior end of the primitive groove that communicate with the yolk sac by the aperture called as a blastopore, that is the future anus. त्याचं कन्वर्जन कशामध्ये होईल, फ्युचर अनस. कशाचं, anterior end of the primitive groove communicate with the yolk sac by an aperture called as a blastopore, and a blastopore is also called as a future anus, last end. The embryonal disc now has the differentiated into the 3 layers, ectoderm, मेसोडर्म अँड एंडोडर्म. ठीक आहे. मग एम्ब्रियोनल डिस्कचे टोटली डिफरन्शिएशन 3 लेअरमध्ये कोणकोणते 3 लेअर? एक्टोडर्म, मेसोडर्म अँड एंडोडर्म. ओके. सो द फर्दर प्रोसेस आफ्टर द गॅस्ट्रुलेशन इज कॉल्ड ॲज अ ऑर्गेनोजेनेसिस. आणि या 3 लेअर नंतर पुढं कशाचं फॉर्मेशन होणार? तर ऑर्गनची फॉर्मेशन होणार आहे. दॅट इज कॉल्ड ॲज अ ऑर्गेनोजेनेसिस. okay, so I hope so this all part is beneficial for you. The remaining part we will see in the next lecture. Thank you very much. Thank you.